Bro, let's be real. She doesn't respect you anymore. And deep down, you feel it. It's in the way she rolls her eyes when you talk. It's in how she says, yeah, sure, but never actually takes you seriously. It's in how she used to look at you like a man, but now you're just there. And it burns because respect is the oxygen of any relationship. You see, without it, you suffocate. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why women stop respecting men and how you can rebuild your masculine presence so that it never happens again. But firstly, let me give you mine. A couple of years back, I was with a girl. I thought that was going to be my dream girl. She was beautiful, funny. We vibed like crazy at the start. But then something shifted. At first it was subtle. She stopped asking for my opinion. She'd make plans without checking in with me. She started testing me more, like little jabs, little sarcastic comments, and me, I brushed it off. I thought, that's just how women are. Playful, moody, whatever. But deep down, I knew she didn't respect me anymore. And the worst part, I let it happen. I was so focused on keeping her happy that I stopped leading. I avoided conflict. I compromised on my standards. And I laughed off things that actually bothered me. And until one day she said something that hit me like a truck. She looked at me, dead serious, and said, "You're not the man I thought you were." That one sentence broke me, because she was right. I'd let myself shrink into a version of me that was safe, agreeable, comfortable, but not respected. And here's the truth most men don't want to hear. You see, a woman doesn't respect you when you stop respecting yourself. It's not about money, looks, or how many push-ups you can do. It's about presence. It's about the energy that you carry when you walk into a room. It's about how you live by your own standard or bend to someone else's. Respect isn't given, it's felt. And if you've lost it, the only way to rebuild it is to rebuild yourself. So let's break this down into 3 reasons why women stop respecting men and how to fix each one. So firstly, you became predictable. In the beginning, you were mysterious, you had hobbies, you had passions, you had this drive. She couldn't fully figure out who you were, but that drew her in, right? But then you got comfortable. She always knew where you'd be, what you'd say and how you react. You became predictable. And predictability kills respect because respect is tied to polarity. If she feels like she knows you better than you know yourself, attraction is dead. So then what's the fix? You reclaim unpredictability. Not by playing games, but by living a life that isn't orbiting around her. Go and pick up a new skill, take risks she doesn't expect, build goals so big, she has to wonder, where's he headed next? Presence isn't about being in her face, it's about being in your purpose. And look, if you're sitting here realizing, fuck, I've been predictable, I have lost my presence, well, don't stress, bro. That's why I built the 7-day masculine reset. It's completely free. It's the exact framework that I use to rebuild my own foundation when I hit rock bottom. You see, in just a week, you'll reset your mind, your body, and your presence. So if you're serious about getting respect back, not just from women, but from yourself, check the link in the description and grab it. It's for free. All right, let's keep going. Secondly, you stopped holding boundaries. Now let me ask you this. How many times have you let things just slide to just keep the peace? She cancels plans last minute. She makes a snide remark in front of your mates. She tests you with disrespectful jokes. And then you just laugh it off. You tell yourself, can't be bothered, can't be asked, it's not worth the fight. But here's the brutal truth. Every time you avoid conflict, you trade short-term comfort for long-term disrespect. So the fix is boundaries. Boundaries aren't about controlling her, they're about controlling yourself. You see, when something crosses your line, you calmly but firmly address it. Not with anger, not with begging, just certainty. You see, a man who enforces boundaries is a man who earns respect. And thirdly, you lost your frame. Frame is everything. It's how you see the world. It's how you carry yourself and how you influence the energy around you. You see, most guys, they let her frame take over. She's stressed, you're stressed. She's insecure, you chase her reassurance. She's distant, you panic and cling harder. You've lost the frame. And once you lose frame, you lose respect because she doesn't want to lead. She wants to trust your lead. So the fix, rebuild your frame. That means staying grounded even when she's emotional, leading plans instead of waiting for her approval, showing through action that you're the rock, not the wave. You see, when you own your own frame, she relaxes into yours. Think of it like a house. If the foundation is cracked, the whole structure shakes. And that's what happens when you stop respecting yourself. She can feel it instantly. But if the foundation is solid, storms can come, windows can break, but the house stands firm. That's what masculine presence is. And back to my story. After that breakup, I went dark for months. I hit rock bottom. But that pain forced me to rebuild. And I stopped chasing validation. I started setting standards. I built a body I was proud of, a purpose I could wake up to, and a presence I could just carry anywhere. And guess what? When I rebuilt myself, respect came naturally from women, from friends, from strangers, because respect isn't something that you demand, it's something you embody. So if you're sitting there realizing you've been predictable, boundaryless, or you've just lost your frame, don't beat yourself up. It happens to most of us. It happens to most men. But here's your move. Start rebuilding now. Take the free 7-day masculine reset in the description. That's your foundation. And if this video gave you something to think about, the best way you can support the channel is simple. Drop a like so more men can see this. Leave a comment, sharing what hit you the hardest. And subscribe if you want more raw, no bullshit conversations like this. Respect doesn't come from chasing, it comes from building. And once you rebuild your presence, bro, she'll feel it, and so will you.